Hello, today I'm going to tell you a little bit about my research project, FLEXURAL toughness of hybrid fiber reinforced and general cementitious composites. Fibers commonly are those with respect to the concrete volume, is to say 1%, 2%, but that quantity, or that amount, is respect to the concrete volume. That ignores the properties of each fiber, like diameter, length, and material. But in this project, we propose another method to dose the fibers. That method is in terms of a specific area. And two, we use in this project a binary binder, ordinary Portland cement, and fly ash. And this method is proposed as a new methodology to evaluate with more precision the synergistic work resulting in the concrete fiber interface. We use a singular reinforcement series, is to say, use one only type of fiber, and we have two hybrid fiber compound, is to say, two fibers. We work with three fibers in this project. As you can see in figure one, we have basalt fibers, glass fibers, and polyvinyl alcohol fiber. Okay, and in 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 section one, you can see the introduction part where we talk a little bit about all the projects, and in section two, methodology, you can see the properties of the raw materials, density of cement, density of fly ash, density of silica sand, the properties of each fiber, polyvinyl alcohol, basalt, and glass. Okay, the methodology of the project was divided in three stages. In stage one, we obtain the properties, or we obtain the properties of each material, and you can see in stage one the characterization and properties of materials for engineering cementitious composite mix design. Is to say, in that first stage, we have to or we obtained the properties of each material to use in a mix design to ECC. Okay. In a second stage, we obtained the surface area of each fiber, considered each properties of, of each one. That surface area we obtained using the equation one, as you can see. Okay, that equation used a radius and length of each fiber. Well, in that stage two, we obtained the surface area of each fiber and the fiber's watts addition respect to that surface area. In stage three, we make or we obtained mechanical properties of the compound to evaluate the post-cracking behavior of each fiber, or the mix of or the use of one more type of fiber in a hybrid compound. And the results in section 3 that you can see are one of the most relevant results obtained in that research project. In figure 3, you can observe the flexural strength of each series. And we can observe that the post-cracking behavior obtained was a hardening behavior, because the post-cracking flexural strength of fibers obtained by the fibers was better than the flexural strength obtained only for the concrete. But we can observe that the behavior of fibers contained two types of fiber, in this case, polyvinyl alcohol and basalt, fibers at 1% to each one, the flexural behavior or the flexural strength, I have to apologize for that, flexural strength was only present a hardening behavior in the deflections values lower than 5 millimeters. The better performance was obtained for the series that only contain one type of fiber, in this case, polyvinyl alcohol, at the amount of 2%. As you can see, this hardening behavior was present in all the tests until of the failure of the specimens at a deflection of 25 millimeters approximately. But in this figure, we can observe that the better performance was using only type of fiber. But if you observe or you can see the series that contained polyvinyl alcohol at amount of 1.5% and glass fiber at an amount of 0.5%, we obtain a behavior similar to that obtained for that series only one polyvinyl alcohol, right? And is to say that you can obtain a similar behavior in every compound if we use the proper if we use the better quantities of each fiber in combination, right? In figure 4, we have the toughness of each series, and you can observe that the better performance is for the series contain only polyvinyl alcohol, but the series contain polyvinyl alcohol and basalt fibers is or present values very pardon sorry we can observe the polyvinyl alcohol series when in basalt fibers present a behavior so similar to the series containing only polyvinyl alcohol. Okay, and in conclusion, in section 4, we can say that flexural behavior of hybrid fiber mixtures could be classified as ductile because they exhibit a hardening behavior due to the development of multi-cracking. In the post-cracking behavior, we can obtain principally two behaviors. First is a softening behavior and hardening behavior. Hardening behavior is observed when we have what obtain a multi-cracking in our specimen. And in conclusion too, the hybrid compound that have polyvinyl alcohol and glass fiber as a fourth cement present a much higher mechanical synergy than the hybrid compounds reinforced with basalt fibers. As you can observe, if you observe the series that contain polyvinyl alcohol and glass fibers that present a better performance than the hybrid compound using polyvinyl alcohol and basalt fibers. And that's it's all. And thank you so much for your attention and have a nice day.